Did you all know that pepper plants are actually perennials? Well, if you're scratching your head right now and you're like, what the hell? You're not alone, because I had no freaking clue that they were perennials either. And year after year, I have just let my peppers die off and then started them again in the springtime. Hey guys, Tammy here with Yogi Gardens, and today I'm going to be showing you all how to overwinter your pepper plants. And this is actually the first year that I'm going to be doing this, so I'm in no way an expert, but I have learned a thing or two, so I wanted to share it with you. So let's get into this video. Making sure we're on. Okay, we're good. First, I'm gonna start by harvesting what's already on here because I still have so much peppers that I have not picked yet. So I'm gonna go ahead and start by doing that. And you definitely wanna do this before bringing them inside. You definitely do not want to bring them in with all of the fruit still on here. Not only is it going to be detrimental to your plant, but you just need to harvest it so you can eat it. Now, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to eat all of these because there is honestly like a freaking ton of them. And I feel like I'm gonna be here all day doing this. Hopefully it doesn't take me that long. Obviously I did not keep up with my pepper plants this year. At all. There was just way too many. Some of these guys just produce so much, and then the ones that like I really want, like the cayenne peppers, like, didn't do anything, and they're still tiny. So some of these I probably will not overwinter. I don't know yet. Once I get all of this taken off, I'll kind of be able to get in there and see which ones look the best. These were way too many peppers for just myself. I had jalapenos and I had pepperoncinis and then bell peppers. And the bell peppers, I love having a ton of those because I love bell peppers. But as far as the jalapenos, who can eat like 20 in a week? Not me. I have so many of those and the pepperoncinis, and so I'll probably only save about one plant of each of those. Bell peppers I'll probably save more. But I'm not sure yet, so we'll just see. Oh, I'm such a bad plant mom. If you can see this, they're rotted and gross. Those are getting thrown away. Definitely not saving the gross ones. So I have gotten a lot of my peppers. That's ridiculous. I've gotten a lot of my peppers off. This is only from like 2 plants. Actually, I got 2 baskets here, but that's only from probably like 1.5 plants actually. So now I'm going to do the devastating part. I'm excited and also kind of a little nervous, to be honest, because well, you all see, but I'm gonna have to like totally go to town on these guys and like pretty much look like I'm murdering them, but I promise it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. Yes, you're gonna be okay. Okay, so here we go. I hope that she survives this. Fingers crossed, I think she will. All right, so we're gonna go and just pretty much start trimming away. Oh, there's another pepper. All right, so we're gonna start trimming away, and I'm first just gonna start with some of these branches. This is so sad. it hurts, it really does. Trimming your plant like this is very tragic. Oh. Oh, it hurts. It hurts so bad. But she's gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay. You're gonna make it. All right, so the main thing that we wanna do is, you see this, how the stem kind of comes up right here, and then it Ys. So it has this part and this part right here. So we pretty much can take everything above this Y. However, I don't know, we'll see. I'm gonna keep trimming and see, but we're gonna take these little branches below here, take these guys off. Alright, so we've got them pretty much down. I think I am going to leave some of these other little branches that are coming off. We just want this plant to basically go dormant so that it is not sending all the energy towards making these little leaves. Alright, so now that I have trimmed all of the branches and leaves, for the most part, off of my little baby, now I'm going to dig it out, and I'm going to be very careful with the roots. And I forgot a shovel, so I'm going to go get a shovel. Got my shovel. Alright, so I'm just going to dig around this plant in a circle so I get all the roots. We don't want to damage the roots. Alright, so now that I have my plant all nice and dug up, I'm going to go ahead and put some potting soil in the bottom of my pot. Now, you don't want a pot that's too big, because then it's going to just retain water and it can make your pepper get root rot. We don't want that. That is nasty. And we also do not want to bring in soil into our home from the garden. So, you know, around the plant is okay, but we don't want to be introducing like all of the garden soil into our home. There are all kinds of bugs and things that you don't want in your house, trust me. So I'm just going to be using a container mix and filling the bottom a little bit. So, oh, and I forgot to say, this pot is about a 1 gallon, a little over 1 gallon. So you can do anything from like a 1 to 2 gallon, I would say. But you just don't want the pot to be too big. And when I did my cayenne pepper, it was so tiny that I actually did an even smaller pot. So now we're just gonna put our baby into this pot. And then make sure the roots are all nice and covered. We want to make sure and not cover this stem too much. Just the base where it was before, because it's not going to like its little stem being covered. Dun, 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 dun. All right, so we've done our first plant, or I have done my first plant, and now I have a bunch more to do, but this is the end result. Now I know, guys, that you may be like, oh my god, I couldn't do that, because if you love plants like I do, this is really hard to do. It can actually be like soul crushing to just completely mutilize your little baby that you've been nourishing, but this will ensure that, you know, it lives, because if you leave it outside, it won't. So chop away the branches, get rid of the leaves, get rid of the fruit. Don't be scared. After you do this, you do want to give it a little bit of fertilizer. Now, I'm not going to fertilize this because the organic soil that I put in here does have some fertilizer in it, so I'm not going to be fertilizing this, but definitely make sure that if the soil you're using does not have, container mix that you're using does not have any fertilizer, go ahead and give this baby some food. Now the other thing, whenever you bring it inside, you don't want to stress this plant out by putting it in direct sunlight for hours and hours. Hey, kitty. You want to give it a little bit of maybe indirect sun, just so you're not putting any more stress on it. It kind of needs a little bit of time to adjust and to acclimate with all of the crazy crap you just did to it. When we are stressed out, the last thing we need to do is be more stressed, and putting it in direct sunlight will cause this to be stressed out. So don't do that. You know, make sure that the first week or so that you're leaving it in not the dark. You don't want it in a closet. You don't want it in complete darkness. That'll kill it. But you want it in maybe indirect light. Maybe getting 4 to 5 hours of light a day, but not really, really intense light. And then after that, you want this under grow lights or in a windowsill that's getting lots and lots of bright light throughout the winter months. Now, if you are growing in a greenhouse, you probably wouldn't even have to chop any of the leaves or anything off at all. You could just dig it up, pot it nice and good, and then stick it in the greenhouse. That is if your greenhouse is heated. If it's not heated, then you're gonna wanna do the same thing and chop it all down, mulch the top really good. I'm not gonna mulch because I'm bringing it indoors, but if I was leaving it outside in a greenhouse, or if I lived in kind of a more mild climate, I would just mulch it and leave it outside in a sunny spot. That is really it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for tuning in, and see you next time. Happy gardening. And don't forget to water. Almost forgot that. Very important. Very important water.